Hello and welcome to the Lyman Wolf podcast. I am your host, Raceland, and I'm joined today by my co-host, Nate. What is going on, dude?
Not much. Just been playing games, watching shows and whatnot. And watching some new movies. I watched
Oh.
that Predator Badlands movie, and
Ooh.
I think it's called Mercy on Amazon Prime, which was okay.
I need to
Nothing
do
really
that.
to write home about.
I haven't seen the last two Predator movies. The last one I watched was Prey on Hulu. I know they made an animated one after that, and then there's the Predator Badlands one.
Killer of Killers. I haven't seen that one yet either, but I am looking forward to it because all three of them were directed by the same guy, and I loved Prey and I loved Badlands is my new favorite Predator movie.
Really? Better than the original?
Yes, because
that's some tough words there, dude.
Because it focuses on the Yautja, it makes it the protagonist. So
I've heard nothing.
Different perspective.
I've heard nothing but good things from these movies. Like, there's been no negatives about them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Killer of Killers because I loved the other two, and so I actually was planning on watching Killer of Killers this weekend.
Well, I'm glad that we're talking about movies because that's what we're here to talk about. We are going to take two things that we absolutely love, which are video games and movies. And we're going to take a video game that should get its own movie. And what I mean is we're getting a high budget, has to be live action movie. Create any way you want it to be. And we each got what? I got 5. How many you got?
I got 5 and 2 honorable mentions just in case.
Also, honorable mentions.
We intersected or whatnot.
I don't think we're gonna intersect. To be completely honest, I
don't think so either. The ones that
I picked the ones that I think are gonna be cool. There's one that could potentially intersect, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's going to. Just to be safe, I had 2 honorable mentions.
Do you want me to just knock out my 2 honorable mentions really quick?
Sure, and I can throw mine out there.
Cool. So my first honorable mention, I don't have lots of details. It's just like, this would be cool. The first one is the video game Ninja Gaiden. You've played Ninja Gaiden, right? You played the OGs, or did you play the 360 versions?
I played the 360 versions.
Right, that's the one I played as well. I never really fully played the OG ones, which are the side-scrollings. Those games are hard as hell. They are, all the Ninja Gaidens are known as like crazy hard. And they live up to their title, which is why I would love to see a Ninja Gaiden movie. Brutal, violent movie focusing around Ryu Hayabusa. We kind of got something similar to that with the 2009 movie Ninja Assassin, but it was more like not great. Like, it wasn't a bad movie. It was not what it could have been. That's why I'm glad that the title is high budget live action movie. So if we got lots of money to work with, I think we can make a good Ninja Gaiden movie.
Yeah, I could see that. The Snake Eyes movie they did a while back was decent. And
Snake Eyes, is that the G.I. Joe stuff?
Yeah, that's the G.I. Joe ninja character.
Because I've only seen I think I saw the first G.I. Joe movie, maybe the second one, and I remember nothing of those movies.
I mean, Snake Eyes was in those movies as well.
Did they give him his own movie?
Yeah. Basically, like
know that.
It retreaded his origin and gave it more of a conclusion to his story.
Oh. Yeah, I never knew that. I never saw it.
But going off of that, I think a Ninja Gaiden movie could do pretty well.
And I would love to see more than just Ryu Hayabusa and sword. In the Ninja Gaiden franchise, he gets so many weapons, fighting so many different creatures, demons, everything. And can you imagine if they gave him his signature scythe? Oh, that'd be so cool.
It would be pretty cool to see him have his various weapons.
Right. I just want to see Ryu Hayabusa bring his scythe down and chop the head off of a lycanthrope like he does in the video game. Just
There was another ninja game, or not a game, but a ninja movie that like it was super gory, which is something I think Ninja Gaiden should be.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my first honorable mention. Do you want me to do my second one, or you want to knock one of yours out?
I'll knock one of mine out. So one of my honorable mentions is, I'm fairly certain, not on any of your lists. Be Fable.
Of course not. I have never played Fable.
Yeah. So basically, just a quirky little fantasy adventure. Take inspiration from like Lord of the Rings, but make it more jovial.
Jovial,
Like-
you mean like jokes?
Yeah, like have
So
the
you-
cinematic experience and depth of a Lord of the Rings movie, like the massive land and all that stuff, but add a lot more jokes and don't take itself seriously.
Okay, so what you want is a long version of the movie with Chris Pine, Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, that is a long version of it, but
I'm just saying, you want a fantasy-based, joke-heavy, quirky movie. They
a bit
did that.
more, but a bit more adventure. Like,
I'm just
There
saying
was-
that movie exists.
well, so does Ninja Gaiden, buddy.
I
if you
know.
wanna-
I know.
I'm trying really hard not to throw yours down.
I know.
Uh,
I'm not throwing yours. I just when you said I want a fantasy movie with more jokes and seriousness put into, I'm like, that is Dungeons and Dragons.
You are correct. It is.
But no, I think that's a good idea because I know Fable is pretty loved, and I don't think it has anything like it doesn't have any shows or TV or movie or anything like that, right?
It does not. Another one of the reasons why I would like to see this get a movie is purely because, like, just the creatures they have in it are very different compared to general monsters. Like, they do have, they're basically just slightly different named versions of them. Like the wolf or the werewolves are called Balverines, basically, and they look.
Wolverines.
Yeah, and they look kind of different. It's more, they don't have as much fur, and their teeth are more needle-like.
Interesting. They're
Yeah.
vampire wolves.
Kind of like, yeah.
That was a joke, but okay, it works.
But no, like it kind like I could see that with like the Nosferatu style of vampire.
Hey, you finally got a werewolf that I think is actually pretty cool.
So that is my first honorable mention.
Okay. My second honorable mention is one of my favorite franchises of all time. And we did get a movie. It did happen. It's a bad
Okay.
movie, but we did get it. Assassin's Creed. But I want Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Specifically Odyssey. Imagine a movie like 300, but with magical artifacts.
Okay.
More, not, it's Assassin's Creed, just like the game, where it's not focused on assassin. It's more Spartan heavy. And in the game, you could choose between a male and a female, but we all know the true character is Cassandra. She would have to be the main character because she is pretty much the prominent character in most of the lore of the game. So having her as the focus of the movie would be a great idea. And like I said, just 300 magical artifacts. Pretty much all you need. Easy.
My second one then is one based on a game that both you and I like.
Okay.
Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Ooh, yes. I would love that. That's your honorable mention?
Yes.
God, 'cause we could talk hours about that. We could
Which-
dive heavy into that.
And it basically was like my idea behind it was I liked the character the Hunter and would like to
Oh.
see him introduced in other things other than just the game.
So,
So-
give a quick explanation of who the Hunter is in case people don't know who that is.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've played the game, but I believe the Hunter is the son of an ancient species,
Lilith.
Lilith, okay, and was the like basically supposed to be the Anakin for the dark side kind of thing, but turned good instead.
Yep, basically that game. Oh, man, it's one of my favorite Marvel games, honestly.
So yeah, my idea would be to bring the Hunter into the MCU and hopefully inspire that to get more comics of the Hunter being in comics since
Well,
he's
not
only
only that
they
though,
are only in the game.
if you're focusing on the Midnight Suns, that means we got to get a new Blade. We've got to get a new Logan. We've got to get more Doctor Strange. Got to get
Well,
Danny Ketch.
it doesn't have to be them. It's pretty much anybody who is
Okay.
supernatural or like have a taste of hell.
I mean,
Uh,
the only character that they haven't touched on in the MCU from that game, off the top of my head, is Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. Blade has been mentioned. Wolverine's been mentioned. Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Captain America. Even Agatha's in the game. She's been mentioned. So yeah, off the
yeah.
top of my head, Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch is the only. Not Danny Ketch. I don't know why I keep saying that. Robbie Reyes. I said the wrong Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes is the only one that I can think of that hasn't been mentioned in the MCU besides the Hunter.
Okay. So yeah, that is my second honorable mention, and have like a horror action adventure.
Oh, dude, what a great pick, dude! Oh, it'd be such a good movie. Off the top of your head, Robbie Reyes. You know who I would pick to play Robbie Reyes if I had my choice? Just
Who's that?
get the guy from Agents of Shield. He did great as Robbie Reyes in the TV
Oh yeah,
show. Oh,
sure.
guess that counts. He has been mentioned in the MCU because that's canon now.
Yeah,
Oh, so every character's been in the MCU. Perfect.
yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great pick, dude.
And this was an honorable mention.
Right, right. Again, I could dive hard into that movie.
All right.
It'd be so good.
On to our actual list.
Right.
What is your number 5?
All right. My number 5 is a game that I've actually only played 2 of the games out of. I'm not a huge fan of this game, but I think this game would be great as a movie, and that
Okay.
is Splinter Cell. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell.
Okay.
Do you not think that would having a live action Splinter Cell movie would be totally badass, and I think fans would go see it?
Yeah, I mean, it has been. I think I've only ever played one Splinter Cell
Right.
game.
I played the
with-
360 ones.
What was the main Sam something?
Sam Fisher. He
Sam Fisher.
is, from what I remember, he is usually, because he's spanned it across multiple games, his age range differs. He's usually between 40 and 60 years old. He needs a retired special agent who gets basically dragged back in to these the Black Ops thing and has to take down a whole bunch of like terrorist organizations and stuff like that. It's a stealth game where you have to infiltrate organizations to take out terrorists. That's basically the game. And there's like 5 of them. And like I said, they range in ages from Sam Fisher being 40 to 60-ish. And then they have some that are like flashbacks in his early 30s, but what I'm wanting to focus on is between the 40 to 60 age. And I actually have casting for my picks of who I'd like to see as the main character. So
Okay.
I want your thoughts. So you can pull up an image or think about him in your mind of who Sam Fisher is.
Yeah, I already pulled up an image.
All
of
right.
him.
I'm thinking. Okay, I'm gonna butcher these names, by the way. John Berthenthal, the guy who plays Punisher.
Punisher. Yeah.
Right. I'm thinking because the actor is 49, and I'm thinking that he could play a younger Sam Fisher. Like when I say younger, like the early 40s type of just come out of retirement, early original Splinter Cell games type of Sam Fisher.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that? Have the Punisher play a special Ghost Protocol type of agent?
I mean, usually, yeah, the actor himself is cast in that role quite a bit, to the point where they based a video game character off of him in, I think, one of the Call of Duties.
I think so.
So I could easily see him being Sam Fisher.
So that's my pick for a younger Sam Fisher. And I have an older Sam Fisher because this actor is 58. So he could play age him up a little bit, play the mid 60s type of thing. Josh Brolin, aka Thanos, aka Cable from X-Men.
Yeah.
I think he could play a great older Sam Fisher.
I think he would have the vibe down. It's been a while. Again, I've only played like one of these
Right.
games, so I don't really know too much about Sam Fisher's whole aesthetic, other than him just being like a super spy kind of character.
Right. Cooler
Um,
James Bond.
I don't know if Josh Brolin would do that because he's not really known for being like the super spy kind of guy. He's
I know.
more of the blow shit up kind of guy.
Hey, he blows shit up sometimes.
Uh, but looks wise, I could see it.
Yeah, that was basically going on looks.
Yeah.
But I think John Berthotal would be perfect, honestly.
So my pick for this character would be Chris Pine.
I thought about Chris Pine. He just looks too young.
Chris Pine is 45 years old.
Yeah, but he also looks like he's 30.
But so does, from the pictures I'm seeing of Sam Fisher, even
Sure.
old man Sam Fisher looks young.
Okay.
He just has gray hair.
Okay, you're not
Which is
wrong. Chris
kinda
Pine's a
funny.
good pick. It's kind of funny, yeah. It's a good pick. I'll give you that.
They have all of these pictures of Sam Fisher next to each other, and it like they just used the same model over and over again, just changing his hair color and hairstyle. They didn't change his face at all.
But Sam Fisher is more of like a muscular guy. I don't think muscular guy when I think of Chris Pine.
I mean, Chris Pine has been able to get muscle in the past, and
Okay.
Sam Fisher is his build.
Oh well, I guess that could work then.
But yeah, I do agree. John Bernthal would be a great pick simply because he has done roles like that in the past, so we already know he could pull it off.
Yeah, and maybe Sam Fisher will have a skull on his chest or something. You never know.
See, that's where I was trying to get away from
I know.
John Bernthal because I knew you would be wanting him to become the Punisher instead.
Right. No, it's fine. But yeah, that's my pick as Splinter Cell. I think it's overdue. We haven't had a Splinter Cell game in quite a long time. We need a movie.
Okay. I think that is a pretty good pick, actually.
All right. What is your first pick?
So my first pick is a game I played, I want to say middle of last year.
Okay.
And just I fell in love with it because,
Ooh.
as you know, I love time loop kind of stuff.
What game have you been talking about? I'm trying to think of what you played recently that has time loops.
Well, again, I don't know if it was recent. I think it was like it's been. I want to say at least almost a half year or maybe even a year.
That's pretty soon to me.
All right, well,
what's your game, buddy?
Deathloop.
Deathloop. Okay, I've heard the name. I have to see what that is.
Deathloop is about a guy who wakes up and has to solve a mystery before he's killed. He is on an island that is in a time loop. The entire island is within a time loop.
Who's the female?
I can't. Like, I don't want to go into spoilers.
Okay, all right, that's fine. It just says here in the synopsis, Deathloop is a 2021 first-person shooter where two rival assassins are stuck in a time loop on an island.
Yes. And that's pretty much it. Not the assassins part, it's not really their job, but it's kind of their hobby because she has basically made it her mission to kill you.
Okay.
And there's even a multiplayer mode to the game where you play as her going into other players not single player, but like main campaign to kill them. I have been killed by other players several times by her sneaking in using one of the abilities because you can unlock all these different abilities and different guns, and it's just a fun mechanic that I never really thought of for a single player first person shooter, is to have someone invade your campaign randomly.
They did that kind of with Prototype.
Yeah,
not Prototype, Borderlands. Sorry, I said the wrong game.
Was it like a random thing, or like
No, it was more like, you go online and you have people come in and stuff.
Yeah, this was like you'd be playing the game, at your normal pace, and then all of a sudden you just get a call over the intercom of her announcing she's there,
Oh,
and
that's
you
kind of
have
interesting.
now she's like, I am coming for you, and you now have to not only deal with the regular game but also another player who has just interrupted your game to kill you and send you back to the beginning of the game.
That's an interesting choice.
It is. And I at first didn't think I would like that aspect of it, but it kind of grew on me because it genuinely felt like a time loop in that regard because things kill you and you just automatically start over. Uh, and it adds a bit more randomness to it because she also is able to remember some of the time loops. The time loop mechanic is a bit weird in the game. But yeah,
So I got
genre-wise, sci-fi, action, and comedy is what I would go with this.
okay. So my question is: it looks like in the photo, he
Mhm.
is a short-haired black man. Who would
Yes.
you cast as the main character?
He is an older guy,
Oh, is
like in
he?
his maybe late 40s, early 50s, I think.
Okay.
So my first thought is, of course, Idris Elba. Um,
That's the go-to for everybody. Yeah.
yeah,
Anytime we need a badass black guy, we got Idris Elba in here.
yeah. Which the way he portrays with his comedy as well, his action is kind of the reason why he would be perfect for this
Isn't
because
Idris Elba like almost 60?
maybe I honestly don't know. Let's see here, Idris Elba, 53.
Oh yeah, early 50s.
So the character in the game is very sarcastic uh to a lot of things, and the banter between him and the woman who's trying to kill you is hilarious at times because she'll like say something and he's like, oh, I don't remember you doing that, and she's like, well, I do because you fucking have told me that 880 something times. And he's like, oh damn, we're really long-term friends, aren't we? uh it just really weird relationship between the two. So yeah, I would pick Deathloop as my first pick.
Okay. Now, is this a movie that you would want to turn into a singular movie or maybe like a trilogy or
It would have to be a singular movie.
okay.
Ideally, this would be a great TV series in my opinion, but the list is for movies.
Okay, hey, it works. Okay. I guess that's my turn to go on to my number 4. And my
Hmm.
number 4 is a game that we have both played, that we both like, and probably put a lot of hours into, and that is the game Prototype.
Okay, yeah, love that
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, how I want to handle Prototype is I have 2 scenarios, and I want to see what your thoughts are. So, the first game is all about Alex Mercer. Alex Mercer, who is a guy who gets infected, ends up basically terraforming the city, and you're trying to take out the military for changing you, basically.
Hmm.
Then there's a second game called Prototype 2, and the main character is not Alex Mercer. It is it's a black character named James Heller. And Alex Mercer ends up turning into the villain of the game that you have to basically take down to save the city, if I remember right, or you have to like to protect your
Yeah,
family or
it
something like
makes
that.
sense.
Right.
I've never played the second one, but it
Oh,
makes sense
okay.
that Alex becomes the villain.
Right. So these are my takeaways from the game. The first game, where you play as Alex Mercer, has a fantastic story. It's kind of clunky. It's kind of clunky because it came out first. The second game has fantastic gameplay, but the story's kind of lacking. So what I'm wanting to do is either make a movie where you start out as Alex Mercer and you just continue on the story, and then James Heller is just a side character later, or it could be like a prequel, like a semi prequel. Like we start out as Alex before he gets infected and show how he gets infected, and then the story continues. And then James Heller is in like a later movie. Maybe like I was thinking this could be a trilogy or at least a dual movie, and James Teller comes in later. What are your thoughts?
I think that'd be a pretty good compromise.
Okay. Because honestly, you know what I'd love to get is I'd love to get a prototype reboot. If I'm talking about video games, I'd love a
Yeah.
prototype reboot because it deserves it. Get a reboot of maybe a brand new like look or take on the game. But that's not for this list. We're talking about movies. So I was thinking for Alex Mercer because I was focusing on Alex. He's played the I am a god character very well in other things, and he kind of looks like him. I think he'd give that vibe off because Alex Mercer has so many different abilities. He could like summon weapons. He could shapeshift. He just kill somebody, take all their memories, and shift into their body style. So I'm thinking straight up Magneto. We get Michael Fassbender to play Alex Mercer.
Okay, I think
Kind of
that's
age him up a little bit. Age him up a little bit. Michael Fassbender's in his, I want to say he's like late 40s, maybe.
Maybe.
Fassbender. He is 49. So yeah, instead of Alex being the early to mid 20s character that he is in the game, you kind of age him up. Maybe he's like early 40s. Then all this stuff happens.
Okay.
And yeah, I just think Michael Fassbender would have a fantastic Alex Mercer. Take down the government. Don't fuck with his people. He's basically Magneto with different powers.
Great pick, actually. I agree that he would be a great Alex Mercer.
Yeah.
My pick for that character would be Sam Witwer, though.
Who the hell is Sam Witwer? I have to look that up.
He is the voice of Darth Maul, as well as being
Oh, that's the dude. That's Aiden from Being Human.
Yes. I actually forgot about that show. But yes, yeah.
That show's fantastic. Yeah,
I've only
that
seen,
dude. That dude is might be mentioned later. Just bringing that up.
So yeah, Sam Witwer would be my choice.
The fact that you mentioned that character is so ironic.
I kind of think your choice is a better choice, however.
Yeah. But yeah, Prototype. Awesome game. Love to see a high budget movie. Tons of goo everywhere.
Okay. So my second choice is Sunset Overdrive.
I knew that was coming up on your list. Just freaking knew it, dude.
Yes.
You love this game.
I do. I want it to have more love by others.
It is the forgotten Xbox IP.
Right. So the movie itself would be like an action comedy, obviously. Set in a post-apocalyptic city, covered with giant monsters mutated from people drinking energy drinks. The actor I would pick is actually twofold. The male character would be Jack Quaid.
Is that the guy with the mohawk on the cover?
No. So the guy on the cover, yeah. Yes.
I'm just looking at images of he's holding some kind of like weird looking honeycomb looking gun.
Yeah. So in the game, you can pick what gender you want to be, and then you can customize your character to a degree, like changing their hairstyle and stuff like that.
Customizable characters, yeah.
Yeah. But since it's a movie, they have to have an actual look. The look I would pick for him would be Jack Quaid. From
Jack Quaid is The Boys?
Yes.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Just by looking at that image, 100%.
And then for the female version of that character, I would pick Samara Weaving.
Who's that? What do I know from?
I know her mainly from the movie Ready or Not. Bride who has to kill her in-laws.
How the hell do you spell Samara?
Just type in Ready or Not, and she'll be she's the lead in that movie. But both of them have.
I know her. I totally know her.
Yeah, both of them have the comedy aspect down.
She was in a Netflix killing movie. Oh, what was that? What was that movie called?
What's it called? Ready or Not?
I don't think so.
I'm not entirely sure.
Now it's gonna fucking bother me.
You're welcome.
Thanks, buddy.
Wait, was it Guns Akimbo?
No, was she in that?
I know that was Amazon Prime. Yeah, she's in it.
Was she?
She's the chick who like hunts down Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, it is. She is in that. Keep talking. I'm just looking as I.
So
Oh,
anyway,
she also played in Scream.
she did. So yeah, the game. I think they would be perfect for the main characters because, and I
Got
want them to play the characters together, as like maybe siblings or maybe they're dating in the game because there is no romance in the game. But just have an ensemble cast built around these two, the main characters. So
I figured out what I figured out what movie it was. Netflix original, The Babysitter.
Oh, okay.
That's a good movie where she plays a killer. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good pick. I mean, I've never played the game, but I've heard enough about the game that I feel like I've seen the movie.
Probably told you everything about it. So yeah, action comedy movie, Sunset Overdrive.
Okay.
Starring Jack Quaid and Samara Weaving.
I mean, Jack Quaid just nailed that, dude. Just by looking at that image.
Yeah,
he looks like the psychotic kind of fucking crazy.
He does a really good job in another movie that he does, which is what made me think of him being the main character of it. What is that movie called?
I mean, I have one image. I have one instance where he does a really good. Pulls off a really good Psycho, but I'm not going to say it because it's a huge spoiler, so I'm just not going to mention it.
In the movie Novocaine, he does a great job of like just bringing out the main character of Sunset Overdrive, in my opinion.
Okay, cool.
So your next pick.
All right, buckle down, buddy, because I know you're going to have opinions on this, and it's not going to be positive.
Okay.
So, my next pick for a live-action, high-budget movie. We tried it once. We're going to try it again. We're going to make Injustice, the DC fighting game. Yeah, hold up. I know we've had DC movies already, man. We got a whole bunch of them. But I want to focus solely on the Injustice video game. Make a high-budget, brutal, rated R Injustice showing Superman basically trying to take over the world. Love to see that.
Not try, he does.
I'm just saying. What are your thoughts?
He does it in like such little time because he just wiped out all crime in like a night.
So, but you've actually read the comics, but since it's based on a video game, we're solely focusing on the video game aspect,
lore, which I don't know much about the video game lore. Like I don't know where it actually fits with the comic.
But what are your thoughts on getting an Injustice movie? I mean, obviously this is going to turn into like more, it's going to be a franchise, kind of like Marvel. It's going to turn into that. But I'd love to see...
Oh, you're wanting to make the DCU Injustice.
Well, I'm thinking getting at least a trilogy of solely this is its own universe of Injustice, or at least 2 movies. You can't cram everything into one movie. That's how DC failed in the past. I'm thinking just focus on this is its own little universe, the Injustice universe, where Superman goes evil, takes over the world, everybody's got to stop him. Oh, and I've got casting. Don't you worry.
I feel about as much as I felt about the comics. Not a big fan of it.
But all right,
it's gonna have to ignore a lot of things to make it actually work.
What? Why?
I mean, the Flash is faster than everybody, and yet he's not. And a lot of characters are gonna have to ignore their conscience. Like, well, not even like plot armor. It's just characters are just gonna have to not be their characters.
Look at Batman v Superman, the movie, and you can say as much as you want about planning and all that crap about Batman. Realistically, Superman, if he was unhinged and didn't care about humanity, he could just go over there and snap him into him really fast, really quick.
Yeah,
before he even picks up his. But he wouldn't be like that. Injustice Superman would be like that.
Yeah, and the end of the movie. Again, you're going to have to ignore a lot of things
I'm just saying.
because in well, first off, in Injustice, Batman gains the powers of Superman.
Right. I
Like
know that.
everybody does.
But
It's
that's
the
in the
whole
comic books,
premise
not in the
of it.
video game.
That is in a video game.
I
That's
don't think he
how they're
does.
able to have fighting.
Oh
That's
yeah,
how
yeah. You're
Batman can
right. You're
fight
right.
Superman.
You're right. I forgot.
Uh, so like you're still gonna have that aspect, but the things I'm talking about, like ignore a lot, is just characters not doing what they would do. Again, the Flash being and Green Lantern and Shazam, all three of them are doing things that those characters would never do simply because of Superman's the good guy.
Listen. We're gonna do what we need to do to make this movie work. Okay.
I feel like that's their mantra whenever they needed to come up with a story beat for the Injustice comics.
Shut up.
We're just gonna ignore everything to make the story go along. Okay, just stop questioning it. Get off my back.
Anyways, there's two video games, Injustice 1 and Injustice 2. I
Okay.
figure blend the two together and make a trilogy. That way you can flush out the story and tell it how you want to tell it.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I feel like these movies are going to have to be at minimum 2.5 hours long just to fit that in, even
fine.
with 3 movies.
That's fine.
No one,
I would
Yeah.
I would be there front row, buddy.
but no one else would be. No.
These are movies I think should get a high budget movie, okay?
Movie like 2.5 hour long movies are not wanted in this day and age.
We sit at every Avengers movie and it's like 3 hours long. What are you talking about?
Are they?
Yeah. Bro, Endgame was 3.5 hours long.
Was it really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
That came out what, 7 years ago?
Something like that, but you said
Yeah.
today's age. That's within the
today's
decade.
age.
Ah.
Less a day.
Anyways,
Time does
my
not just
casting.
stop.
My casting. This one's
Okay.
gonna blow your mind. For Superman.
Okay,
Ready?
go ahead.
Henry Cavill.
Wow. Yeah. No.
Well, okay.
mean-
The only reason is because while I think the new Superman guy, he did a great job in that new Superman
Hornswoggle?
movie. Yeah, I like that guy. I think he does a good Superman.
He's
But
a
he
very
is
good,
not going to be able to
optimistic
pull off
Spider-Man.
the
Superman.
evil Superman look. Absolutely not. Henry Cavill, they showed in the Justice League movie that he turned evil for a few minutes or however
Black
long
suit
that was.
Superman.
Yeah, he showed that he could do evil Superman
He
easily.
owned the Justice League.
Right. Then I have Lex Luthor. So Lex Luthor plays a huge part in the Injustice characters. In the
Yes, because
Injustice
he's
video
like
games.
his best friend in this universe.
Right. I want to see Alexander Skarsgård play Lex Luthor. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think he'd play a good Lex Luthor. And then, of course, I only got the 3 casting. I got Superman, Lex Luthor, and Batman. For Batman, I want to see Alan Richardson play Batman.
Okay. Okay.
That's from Jack Reacher.
Yeah. No. We've talked about how I feel about him being Batman.
Yeah, but the audience doesn't know how you feel.
I'm not. While I think he would be a good brooding Batman, and physically, he'd make a great Batman from the Dark Knight run. He, in my opinion, is just a little too big. He's physically more like more like Lobo, honestly. Physically,
So the physically too big Batman that has to basically become
he's
the
like
powers of
absolute
Superman
Batman.
to fight evil Superman is not what you want to see.
really,
Get the
because
fuck out of here! I picked this guy, 1, because I think he'd be a cool Batman, and 2, because I think he'd work for Injustice really well.
I do agree he would work for Injustice.
That's what this
really
movie
well.
is. That's the whole reason I specifically picked
I-
him. When we discussed it, I didn't mention Injustice because I didn't want to ruin my pick.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think he would be a good Batman. I think he would be better suited as Shazam.
No,
Shazam is a massive dude.
he is. He is a bastard. I don't know, man. I just think
And you're going to have
he'd be cool.
an actor who is bigger than most other actors portray Batman, who is, at least in the Injustice ones, definitely smaller than half of Superman's team.
Okay, you know what? I threw it out there. I just wanted to see your thoughts.
Honestly, I would probably, if for the Injustice thing alone, for Batman, that's a tough
Michael
call
Cera.
because no, fuck no,
Just
hell
gotta,
no.
I gotta throw that in there at some point in the podcast. Okay.
Make Michael Cera the cat from the Red Lanterns that is obsessed with killing shit.
That's so funny.
Let's see here. Man, who would I cast Batman?
Yeah, it's tough.
Injustice
Batman's
here.
always a hard pick, man.
Physically speaking, I would say Alexander Skarsgård because you don't get much of Bruce Wayne.
I'm just saying, I picked him as Lex Luthor.
Who are the other Skarsgårds? Because they all have pretty similar builds.
I know Alexander Skarsgård is Pennywise.
Okay, let's see. Bill Skarsgård, no. Gustav Skarsgård. Damn, is it really just Alexander Skarsgård that I think could portray Batman?
Holy shit, the dude from Vikings is part of that family? Didn't know that. Floki from Vikings is part of that family. I had no idea he was in that family. There's 8 Skarsgårds.
There are. It's a lot of Skarsgårds. Okay, I gotta get away from the Skarsgård shit. Or else I'm just gonna fixate on that. So
Gustav Skarsgård is from Vikings.
I'm just gonna get away from Batman.
We already got our Batman. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman, yes. Alan Richardson.
Via the Black Lantern.
That's great that you just said that.
That's what it would be, man.
The undead Snape.
Let's see. Yeah,
would you want to see the Injustice movie happen?
No. I don't like the Injustice. Like, I've read all of the Injustice stuff.
Okay, take that away. I'm talking about you're a casual gamer. And you like, oh man, that game was really fun. I'd love to see a movie. You wouldn't be like, oh, hell yeah, man.
No, because while I did play the Injustice games, this story is what made me not like it. I like it purely for the fighting aspect.
I like whenever they veer away from the classic stuff.
But they do it so much now that
they did it back in the day. They did it back in the day when this game came out. That was new.
Not really. They all they did was take from indie comics that were already doing the "What if Superman went bad?" and just was like, "Hey, that's
too long on this. We're fixing too long on this.
We are.
We got to move on. Your bad blood is getting on my nerves a little bit, buddy.
I really wanted to not. You're the one who was like, "I want your opinion."
What is your next pick?
So my next pick is Red Dead Revolver.
Revolver. I was like, well, because I was talking to a coworker of mine about my upcoming podcast, and he's like, "What do you think Nate's gonna pick?" I go, 100% Red Dead 2. 100% that's getting picked.
No, while I would like a series of Red Dead Redemption 2, the game itself is just so cinematic. I don't really feel like it needs a live action adaptation of any kind.
I thought that was going to be your number one pick, honestly.
And if they did do it, I mean, I would probably watch it. Like, no doubt, I would watch it. But like I said, the game itself is almost to me, it is a 10 out of 10 game. Like, there is no, like, I just imagine it being dragged through mud if they tried to do it.
It's so good that it can't be beat. They can't. They can't perfect it anymore.
Yeah, I feel like they would just fuck it up.
Yeah, they probably would,
because there's so many ways for Arthur to go in that. I just wouldn't want them. I want them to go my way, and that's not fair to other fans. So yeah, no, I could not go with Red Dead Redemption 2.
What about
Uh,
Revolver? Why pick Revolver?
Revolver, however, is a pretty straightforward storyline. Like it's
Is
not.
it still Arthur Morgan? I've only played
No.
Revolver once.
So Red Dead Revolver is not technically a part of the Red Dead mythos, like, or Red Dead storyline. It is, if I understand correctly, a legend within
That's
the
what I
Red
thought. I
Dead
was gonna say, isn't it
universe.
lore? Isn't it supposed to be some kind of like mystical gunland that they talk about?
Yeah, like Red is like he's not, for all intents and purposes, like there's plenty of theories of what he could be and whatnot, but in actuality there's no indication he's ever in the Red Dead Redemption timeline. uh
Okay.
so yeah, I would pick Red Dead Revolver because first off, I like action, I like westerns. I've been a while since I've seen a good western. There's a few series that have come out recently I've been meaning to watch. I just haven't really gotten around
The
to it.
new Walker Texas Ranger.
Yeah. One of the things I would like them to do with the movie is to confirm whether it's a part of the same universe. Like, throw in a little cameo or Easter egg to have it somehow connected to the Red Dead Redemption stuff.
So it's a
Um,
high budget live action movie. What would you want? How would you want it to be a movie? Like what would you is it just gonna look like the old classic westerns? You're gonna make it more actiony, you're gonna make it more newer, modern like looking. What's your thoughts?
I wouldn't mind an old style western with it. With okay, so A Million Ways to Die in the West.
The
Have you seen
comedy
that?
movie based on
Yeah.
okay.
Uh, the not exactly the humor aspect of it, but the set design that they did, where
That's right. It's gonna be Seth MacFarlane playing Red.
yeah, no, the I'm trying to figure out the words to actually articulate what I'm trying to think of, uh, because the set design in A Million Ways to Die in the West was a pretty good, like, visually modern take of a Western movie. It wasn't grainy or anything like that. It was pretty clear. And it stayed pretty faithful to an old Western style look without making it like two sets. Uh, so yeah, I would say kind of a modern set of a Western, not
Okay.
grainy and whatnot.
Gonna make it look like Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, throw in Doc Brown. Why not? So yeah, I would just love to see Red Harlow show up
Who's
in a
playing
movie.
Red?
That is a tough question because I was going. Actually, no, I might as well say it. Michael Fassbender is who I was going to pick.
Oh, okay.
Red Harlow. Uh,
We are having crossovers all over, but what's not on the games, it's on the actors.
yeah. Um, but instead, I will say, in homage to his father, I'll say Scott Eastwood.
Okay, that's a great pick, actually.
Because I think looks wise, I could be wrong, but I want to say Red was based off of Clint Eastwood's characters in old Western films.
I just thought of something. I have a question.
Go
How
ahead.
are you gonna handle the slowing down time aspect?
I mean, shows do that all the time.
I'm just saying, like, that is a staple in all those games.
Yeah, and that should be a pretty simple thing to do. Heck, the Sherlock Holmes
Oh
did a thing where it's
yeah.
like, I'm going to hit here, here, and here, and here. Like,
Yeah,
just
the
have
Robert
a
Downey
variation
Jr.
of that.
Yeah, the Robert
Yeah,
Downey Jr. ones.
just
Yeah.
have him as a narrator in the movie.
Dude, totally forgot that movie existed.
Those are great movies. So yeah, that is my pick. Red Dead Revolver.
Nice. That's not what I expected. I thought Redemption 2 was coming 100%. All right. So, on to the penultimate. We are on number 2 for me, and that is Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. We're going to
Oh,
make
okay. I see why you were saying earlier then.
yeah. We're going to make good Star Wars movies again. Okay, we haven't had one of those in the last 10 years. So, I want, if you never played Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, Nate, you know this lore a lot better than me, so you want to explain really fast the kind of a quick summary of the game?
Vader kills a Jedi, finds his son, raises son to be his apprentice, and tries to have him kill Palpatine. He rebels, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, yep, that's pretty much it. He's a badass Sith who dual wields lightsabers backwards, which is really
Who
cool.
is insanely powerful in the Force.
So powerful. That's why they retconned the shit out of him when Disney bought. And the voice actor and character model, which is ironic that you mentioned him earlier, is Sam Witwer.
Yeah.
He is the voice of what's the character? Star-Lord, right? No, Starkiller.
Starkiller.
Starkiller, yeah. Right.
Which they blue-balled fans of Force Unleashed by naming an entire base after him.
Right. So yeah, he not only voice acts Starkiller, he models all the stuff to be Starkiller, and he does all the motion capture for the video game. He is Starkiller. You can't have anybody else.
He is also now Maul in a lot of Star Trek stuff.
Yeah, but fuck Darth Maul. Starkiller's way cooler than Darth Maul is.
Damn.
100%. Haters come at me. I don't care. Dude, that game is so fucking good.
It is a good game.
Like I said, this is the last piece of Star Wars that I was like, wow, this is great. And then Disney bought it and it kind of fucked everything up. Just imagine if we went back to good Star Wars, Nate.
I'm gonna not jump into that murky water with you. I
don't care.
I kind of enjoyed
everything that Star Wars now has almost nothing to do with Jedi or in Sith. It's all, here's the bounty hunters, here's this, here's that. It's get back to the core of Star Wars, man. Good versus evil.
What about Kenobi? Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
Obi-Wan Kenobi was a good show. I will give you that. That is the last piece of Star Wars that since pretty much this game that's been good. And it was a 6-episode, little short, that's just in between movies that was already existing. Nothing new.
I haven't watched anything else.
I'm just saying, nothing new. It was just, look at this. Look what happened between 5 and 6. Or, no, not, sorry. 3 and 4. Whoa! That's cool. The actor can play the old guy now because he's old enough. That's great. That's it. Nothing new.
That's all I got.
Yeah, man, I know people are probably going to, if anybody is a huge Star Wars fan, they probably hate me because I am so done with Star Wars because the last 10 years have been awful when it comes to Star Wars. So the movie you
picked was Star Wars.
But I picked this because I want to go back to good Star Wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, Star Wars Force Unleashed, just 2 games. Just focus on the first one because the second one has to do with clones and we don't need to bring all that in right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Star Wars Force Unleashed, hell yeah.
Nice. So my penultimate pick is Dragon Age Origins.
I wondered when this would show
Origins.
Up. I didn't know which game. I knew Dragon Age was coming up.
So the reason it's specifically Origins is because when they created Origins, every species that you could pick when you're creating your character, I want to say had at least 2 origin styles, except for humans. For the humans, all you could pick was the noble, because they cut out the content for the human commoner origin, and that is the origin that I want them to focus on in the movie.
Okay.
Because they had already had the storyboard and everything for it. Everything was all set up. They just cut it out. So yeah, Dragon Age Origins specifically focused on human commoner origin. Another action fantasy adventure. This one being a dark, very much in the tone of that D&D movie that you brought up earlier.
Right.
But a much darker vibe to it.
Okay, a lot more death.
Yes, because it's the bringing upon the Darkspawn. You have betrayal by very high figures, close friends, stuff like that. So, yeah.
I have a question. I've never played a Dragon Age game. Isn't that a customizable character type of game?
Yes, it is.
So who would you pick as your main character if you can customize them in any way?
Uh, let's see here.
I don't even know
You know
what
what?
age range it would be.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I didn't. So for this list, I didn't really go into the casting aspect of these movies.
I did because I thought it was gonna be cool. Just to have
Yeah.
an image of in your mind of who you want to be in this movie.
I will go with. I always say his name weird. Let's see here.
This is really good podcasting right here.
Taron Egerton.
Taron
Or
Egerton.
Egerton. The Kingsman character.
Oh, the main guy?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Can he do
so
fantasy?
that is. He did a Robin Hood film. I liked it. It was
wasn't
not
bad.
well received.
I've seen it. I actually think I own it on Prime.
It is a movie I would classify as.
But it's definitely not fantasy.
No, but it is medieval, and usually that can be interchangeable. And really, the only fantasy aspects of this would be just the races and stuff. You've got magic and everything, but I wouldn't have him be a mage.
Okay. No, that's not too bad. That's a good pick.
So yeah, Aaron Edgerton would be my lead. But again, I wouldn't really care who they got to lead because it is a character customized kind of thing. So I don't really care who the main lead is as long as they're good at acting and it'd be an enjoyable movie.
Agreed. That's all that matters in a movie.
Yeah. So Dragon Age Origins.
Nice. Good pick. Very Nate pick. You're picking you're hitting all the ones I expect you to hit for the most part.
Except 2 of them.
Well, you gave close in one of them, just the different game.
Okay.
All right. So my number one, the one I want to see the most, the one I have the most notes about, is we're gonna go to Metroid. Nintendo has been making all these movies. To be fair, they're all animated, but a live action Metroid can work. I'm gonna explain. You're gonna make it similar to the movie Alien, with Samus having not much of a speaking role and being a very high intense loner bounty hunter vibe. Give it like a super rated R so we can have lots of violence. Think about how Alien was received. Sigourney Weaver, that's her, right? That's the name? Sigourney Weaver?
Yes.
Sigourney Weaver didn't really speak much in the movie. It was a lot of just intensity of fighting aliens. That's perfect for Samus. 100% perfect for Samus.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that.
Don't over CGI everything. I'd like to see more of a practical suit for Samus because that's one thing that they kill with some of the new modern stuff and they try to make everything CGI. Sometimes practical works better. And I think the suit, putting her in like a practical suit with some touches of CGI on it, would work really well. Make it based on the first Metroid game. There's a bunch of Metroid games. Make it based on Zebus. She goes in, takes out the Metroids, and that's her whole goal. Kill Metroids. That's all you need to do. They don't need to bring in all the lore of Super Metroid and all that stuff. We don't need all that. Just focus on the core game. That's what I want to see for the first one. Having Samus fight Ridley and Mother Brain would be awesome live action. I think that Mother Brain would look great. That would obviously be CGI-ish, but it would look cool. Ridley could be really cool because they can nail dragons pretty well nowadays. And as who I would cast for Samus, you have to get your Googles ready because this is not a very well-known actress. Her name is Mackenzie Davis. You probably know her from Terminator Dark Fate.
Oh yeah, okay.
So if you're listening, Google who she is. She may not look who you're thinking of. Like you would think like, oh, like Sherry's Theron or something like that. I went with her because I think she has the most potential to be Samus. If I remember right, she's in her like 30s, like late 30s or something like that.
39, yes.
Yeah. And she's already played the role of like a rough and tough badass chick in a movie with Terminator, and she looks. I mean, obviously she'd have to grow her hair out, or they'd have to do something with that. She has short hair in the movie that in Terminator, but like I think she could pull Samus off really well because she's gonna be in the suit most of the time, anyways.
Yeah.
So overall, what are your thoughts on my pick?
I think it's a good pick. I'm not that big of a fan of the Metroid games.
I love Metroid. I love the lore of Metroid. That's the main thing I love.
I do think Mackenzie Davis would be a pretty good pick for that.
I didn't want to pick someone super crazy famous because it wouldn't work because they're going to be in the suit most of the time anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I knew her from like another movie called Freaks of Nature, which is a kind of bad horror film. Okay. And then I think I remember seeing her in a couple of other movies.
You did see Terminator Dark Fate, didn't you? Didn't we see it together?
Yeah, we watched it together.
Right, yeah.
We went to the theater.
You can kind of see what I'm saying about her being the rough and tough badass character of Samus.
Yes, I think she would be a good pick for it. I don't know much about Metroid stuff, so I don't know like how all it would work, but I think she would be a good Samus.
Oh man, I want it to happen. Like Nintendo's bringing Mario back to life for movies. They got Detective Pikachu. I mean, they're even bringing Star Fox into things now. To be fair, like most of that's all animated stuff, but like if they would focus on like stop being the family friendly thing and give us a rated R Nintendo property, I mean, it'll never happen, but that'd be so cool. It would be Samus and Alien. That's what it would be. Yeah. Just cooler.
I agree. I think that would be a pretty good pick.
I wonder how our buddy Ty would feel about this being a live action movie. Because he's a pretty big Metroid fan.
Yeah, I don't think he's much into video games being turned into live action stuff.
It's true.
As much. That's
more of us just wishing.
Yeah.
He'd probably say, leave it alone. We don't need that.
Probably.
He probably would. So that's my number one pick. Metroid. And it would just be called Metroid. And we would have a whole bunch of sequels if it does well.
Let's call it Samus.
No, let's call it Metroid. Call it That Space Chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Spaceball.
Nope, don't like that.
Yeah.
We should have her team up with Boba Fett.
There you go.
Give him the space
to use the better.
Yeah. To be fair, Death Battle on YouTube has already done that.
I know that's what.
And it didn't turn out well for a certain Star Wars character. Anyways, so that's my number one pick. I would love to hear yours, buddy.
My number one pick is Cyberpunk 2077.
That was the other one I had on the list of. I'm pretty sure Nate's going to pick this game.
Specifically focused around the Phantom Liberty DLC.
I don't know what that means because I've never played the game.
So they have a storyline DLC added to the game called Phantom Liberty.
Okay.
It introduces a new character name, it introduces a couple of new characters, but the main like big draw to it was a character named Solomon Reed, played by and voiced by Idris Elba. The character is based on his looks and his voice.
Another mention of Idris Elba, buddy.
Yeah. So in this, you would casting wise, you've already got at least two characters.
Keanu Reeves is in the movie, right?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is Johnny Silverhand, and Solomon Reed is Idris Elba. For your character is named V, and the actor I would probably pick for it is Anthony Starr from The Boys.
Oh, Homelander. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this character. What is this character named? V?
Yes. He's just you can pick one of three different origins for your character. You can be like a nomad who lives out in the wastelands, who comes to the city.
I see. Yeah, Anthony Starr would be really good for this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the guy on the cover. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think Anthony Starr looks very similar to him.
Now, what's
Uh,
this guy's personality like? Because Anthony Starr does a great, like, I am a
V.
god type of
So again,
characters.
V is Cyberpunk 27 is a character that is very you kind of pick, so you can be merciful, ruthless, funny,
Ah.
serious.
Now, which way you going for your movie?
For the movie, I would probably go with
Ruthless. Knew it.
no, like maybe like a tad bit like sarcastic.
Can
Serious but
Anthony
sarcastic.
Starr pull off sarcasm?
Oh yeah, I mean
I
well,
only know him from The Boys. That's the only thing I've ever seen him in.
So Homelander himself does have some pretty good sarcastic shit whenever he's just fed up with people.
Okay, yeah, you're not wrong there.
Like
My brain is just Homelander is a douchebag. I always think douchebag.
he plays it pretty seriously, but his sarcasm like is on point a lot of the time.
Oh, I see. We're just not gonna fucking listen to me today, huh? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I'm hoping he would bring to it, acting wise, but more in a good guy kind of thing. Because I mean, you can play V as a bad guy if you want, but obviously,
you would never do that, Nate.
I would obviously pick a good guy. Yeah, looks wise, I'd go with Anthony Starr as my main lead of V.
Okay. So you picked some of the games I expect you to pick, and then threw some curveballs.
I'm trying to switch things up.
I mean, you got to mention the same franchises almost anytime we talk about video games, Nate.
I know. I'm trying not to do video game topics.
Buddy, every single pick I picked, except for Metroid, is a game I've never mentioned on this podcast.
Okay.
It's Assassin's Creed, but that was an honorable mention, so I don't even count that.
I was about to say, I feel like you've mentioned Assassin's Creed and
Metroid.
Maybe not as a topic, but like
well, I've mentioned Metroid because I literally did an entire fucking thing about that in our podcast, but Star Wars, I don't really talk about Star Wars. I usually talk about how much I don't like Star Wars anymore.
That's true.
And I picked a Star Wars game.
It was a surprise.
So overall, I think we had some pretty good picks. Go ahead and call Steven Spielberg and we'll get this started. Michael Bay, honestly, maybe.
What's the director's name that did the new Predator movies?
I don't know.
Because that guy is just home run after home run.
J.J. Abrams. We're gonna get J.J. Abrams in here.
Dan Trachtenberg.
Didn't J.J. Abrams like fuck up a lot of stuff recently? Like he killed some franchises. Maybe the Star Trek.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I liked the Star Trek movies.
I did too. You know, I'm shocked Mass Effect wasn't brought up. I thought for sure that was coming.
It's kind of the same vibe of Red Dead Redemption 2 for me. The game is already so cinematic that I didn't really feel like there needed to be a live action movie.
Huh. Okay, well. Any last thoughts on our episode today?
Nope. I think we hit everything.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. And if you want to listen more, come check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcast. See you guys on the next episode.